Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're delving into one of the most infamous criminal cases in American history, the kidnapping of Charles Lindbergh Jr. This case not only captivated the nation, but also left an indelible mark on the legal landscape of the United States. Join us as we explore the details, the suspects, and the far-reaching implications of this tragic event. To truly understand the Lindbergh kidnapping, we first need to know about Charles Lindbergh. Born on February 4, 1902, in Detroit, Michigan, Lindbergh became a national hero after his solo transatlantic flight from New York to Paris in 1927. This remarkable feat catapulted him to fame and made him a symbol of American innovation. Lindbergh was not just an aviator. He was an emblem of the American spirit during the Roaring Twenties. In 1929, he married Anne Morrow, a gifted aviator and writer. The couple welcomed their first child, Charles Jr., on June 22, 1930. Life seemed perfect for the Lindberghs, but fate had other plans. On March 1, 1932, the Lindberghs' idyllic life was shattered. That night, they put their 20-month-old son, Charles Jr., to bed in his nursery at their home in Hopewell, New Jersey. As they settled in for the evening, a nightmare unfolded. At around 10 p.m., Anne heard a noise coming from the nursery. When she checked, she found the crib empty. Panic ensued as they searched the house and called the police, marking the beginning of a harrowing ordeal. Hours later, a ransom note was found, demanding $50,000 for the safe return of their son. The note was chilling, filled with threats and specific instructions, indicating the kidnapper had closely monitored the family. The ransom demand set off a wave of fear and desperation. The Lindberghs knew they had to comply if they wanted to see their child alive. Lindbergh enlisted the help of former New York Police Department officer William J. Burns, hoping to uncover leads in the case. As the search intensified, the Lindberghs distributed flyers featuring Charles Jr.'s photograph across the country. The media frenzy grew, with headlines dominating newspapers and radio broadcasts. The nation was captivated by the story, feeling sympathy for the distressed parents. Despite extensive efforts, including a massive search involving hundreds of volunteers, there was still no sign of Charles Jr. Days turned into weeks, and hope began to fade. On May 12, 1932, after a harrowing 2.5 months, tragedy struck again. A truck driver discovered the remains of a child in a wooded area just a few miles from the Lindbergh home. The news sent shockwaves through the nation. The body was confirmed to be Charles Jr., and the cause of death was a blow to the head. The heartbreaking revelation dashed any remaining hopes of finding the child alive. The discovery not only crushed the Lindberghs, but also ignited public outrage. The nation was demanding justice for the young boy and his grieving parents. Following the discovery of Charles Jr.'s body, law enforcement turned up the heat on their investigation. They scrutinized every detail of the ransom notes and the crime scene, hoping for a breakthrough. Despite a thorough investigation, leads were scarce, and the case grew cold. That is until 1934, when a significant breakthrough emerged. In September 1934, a handyman named Bruno Richard Hauptmann was arrested after attempting to use one of the ransom bills to pay for gas. Hauptmann, a German immigrant with a troubled past, quickly became the prime suspect in the kidnapping. Authorities linked Hauptmann to the crime through handwriting analysis of the ransom notes and fingerprints found on the bills. His past criminal record only fueled suspicions. Despite overwhelming evidence, Hauptmann insisted he was innocent, claiming he had no involvement in the kidnapping or murder of Charles Jr. The public was divided, some believed he was guilty, while others thought he was being framed. The trial of Bruno Hauptmann began in January 1935 and became a national spectacle, one of the first to be broadcast live across the country. The courtroom was packed with journalists, spectators, and curious citizens, all eager to witness the unfolding drama. The prosecution presented a mountain of evidence, including the ransom notes, fingerprints, and Hauptmann's criminal history. The defense argued that the evidence was circumstantial, claiming that Hauptmann had been framed by the police. The trial was filled with dramatic twists, emotional testimonies from the Lindbergh family, and media coverage that shaped public opinion. It was a tense atmosphere, with the nation watching intently. After several weeks of intense deliberation, the jury reached a verdict. On February 13, 1935, Bruno Hauptmann was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. The verdict ignited debates across the nation. Many questioned whether Hauptmann was truly guilty or if the trial had been influenced by the relentless media coverage. Despite numerous appeals for clemency, Hauptmann was executed in the electric chair on April 3, 1936. The case left a lasting impact on American society and law enforcement. Even after his death, controversy surrounded the case. Some believed Hauptmann was innocent, while others maintained that he was the true killer. The Lindbergh family also faced scrutiny, with rumors and speculation about their actions during the ordeal. The Lindbergh kidnapping inspired countless books, films, and documentaries. It has become a symbol of the media's role in shaping public perception of crime and justice. Some portrayals emphasize the emotional toll on the Lindbergh family, while others focus on the legal drama of the trial. Each interpretation offers a different perspective on this tragic story. Let's take a moment to compare the Lindbergh case with other high-profile kidnappings in American history, such as the cases of the Brady Bunch star, Elizabeth Smart, and the kidnapping of J.C. Dugard. While each case is unique, they all share themes of media involvement, public fascination, and the deep emotional toll on the families involved. The evolution of media coverage over the decades has transformed how society responds to such tragedies. In conclusion, the Lindbergh kidnapping case is a multifaceted story of tragedy, media influence, and the quest for justice. It remains a haunting chapter in American history, a reminder of how fame can bring both admiration and vulnerability. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Lindbergh case. What do you think? Was Hauptmann guilty, or was there a larger conspiracy at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.